最宽的肩膀，扛得住誓言不改变。当强烈的信念让命运都无言，浪漫成了特权。狂喜狂悲共舞是盛宴，誓言当花火的壮烈，是无悔的经典。哦，不忧伤的爱是深爱，像无形的存在，却无处不在，维持爱的伤害，愿所爱，安然横渡星海，一朝放了感情，一生挂怀，最无私的深爱是绝不忧伤的。
Did you put them in the fridge?
Yes. You must be hungry. I'm going to cook some noodles for you.
I know. I can tell from what I see. You're doing very well, and you're very happy. But Tiannan isn't. He hasn't changed. He's still the same. I've been with him for years. And I can feel it. There's pain in his heart. All this time, he's kept a picture of you. He only threw it away when he found out that you're getting married.
Hi, Anne. What brings you here?
This is from Grandpa.
Wow, thank you.
Thank your grandpa for us.
Wow.
Wait, I have something for you.
Wow, thank you. You walked here all by yourself? That's amazing. Oh.
Here, take these.
Thank you so much, Miss Jiang. We have a persimmon tree in our yard.
Wow, you have a persimmon tree?
Just walk slowly, be careful. Good.
Huh?
Oh, here. Your stuffed toy.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That kid is so adorable. Wait, didn't you tell me once that you kept apples for Christmas?
You should give Christmas apples to the one you love.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Grandpa, I'm home.
Hey, come here, we have a guest. Hey. This is my granddaughter, Anne. 5 years since you last visited here. She doesn't know you, so she's shy. Say hi to
Hi.
Uncle.
Hello, Uncle.
Oh.
Hello, Anne.
Oh, stay here with Uncle first, okay? I'm cooking something. I have to check it.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'll be right back.
For you.
Anne, was this from your grandpa or did you pick it yourself?
The lady next next door gave it to me.
The lady next door? So, do you go to school?
Not yet, but I will go to school when I turn 7.
Once you finally go to school, you must always study very hard, okay?
Why is that?
Because people want to enrich themselves. Perhaps in the future, you don't know what kind of person you're going to meet. Someone who deserves a better you. Also, you deserve a better version of yourself.
A better version of myself?
Mm-hmm. Jiang Sheng, this place looks like Wei Jiaping. Although we're not here together, being in a place like this always reminds me of you. Always. You know what? I even planted some persimmon trees here. You've taken good care of this tree.
I guess. You must like persimmon trees very much. That's why you moved it here from your hometown. Hence, I should take care of it. Look how good this tree has grown.
Yes, it does look good. Jiang Sheng, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for leaving without informing you again. I used to think that you and I would be together forever, but I never thought that after we grow up, we'll part ways. You have already found your happiness, so I think that I should look for mine too. You also know that leaving doesn't mean we won't see each other anymore. Just think that I'm on a long trip. Maybe someday I'll come back when I'm finally tired. The place where I live in right now is like where we lived when we were kids. It's true. It really feels like I'm in Wei Jiaping. And whenever I come here, it always reminds me of something beautiful. Our first meeting. I don't know if you still remember, but you were playing hopscotch in the yard. That was the first time Mama took me to our house.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Jiang Sheng, this is your brother from now on. Say hi.
I have no brother.
Well, he's your brother now. Call him brother. Call him brother.
Brother.
Mama asked you to call me brother. You know what? From that moment, I knew that I now have someone to care about. Someone I can love again after my mother died. Jiang Sheng needed me, and I wasn't alone anymore. Jiang Sheng, did you know that I planted a persimmon tree in my front yard here? Yeah, in the place where I live right now. You know, sometimes I'd pick one and eat it. The persimmons are really sweet. However, they weren't like the ones we had when we were kids. I would love to go back to Jiaping with you again. To see the roads that we walked on together, the flower fields where we played together, and the roof where we watched the stars together. Of course, the most important place of all, the forest, where all the trees were etched with your name.
Huh, brother? I think we can use it as a jar. We can put some beans and peanuts, or maybe candies.
Here's the thing. For the past few days, I've been feeling sick.
What's the problem?
The problem is, as long as you don't settle down, I won't feel any better. I'll only be fine once you're married. The truth is, in this society where we live, it's really difficult to find and marry a good man. Oh, especially a good man who treats you well like Ginger. That's even harder to find, you know. Honestly, you are so fortunate to meet such a good man. You should cherish him. You understand?
I know he's a good man.
Oh, by the way, Your father twisted his ankle recently, and when Chinzhe heard about it, well, he immediately sent an ointment for him. You see, he really treats us as his family, too, and it only shows that he's a nice and considerate guy.
But the nicer he is, the guiltier I feel. Because I've already figured it out. I don't want to get married.
Oh, come on. What are you talking about, Jin Liang? Listen to me. You need to be more mature when it comes to these kinds of things, you hear me? Come on, Chinzhe is such a good man. I don't understand why you don't like him.
It's not him, Ma. Actually, it's me.
Well, you know what? If you don't like him, someone who treats you and your family well, then I have no idea what kind of man you really want in your life. Think about it, because you might not be able to find anyone like him, and I don't want you to have regrets. Let's go.
I just went to your office, but your colleague said you already left. Here, take this.
Chinzhe. You don't have to do this.
Of course I do. You're my girlfriend.
Chinzhe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, it looked really good on you.
But I don't deserve this ring.
Don't give it back to me. Please don't.
Chinzhe, I know even if I give this back to you, it won't make up for the pain I've caused you. But then, I really don't know what to do to make you feel better.
Stay with me forever.
I...
And then... be my best friend. All right?
装作倔强都不在乎，可是青春酸涩到有人想哭，有人想退出，停在城市尽头分岔路。也许我们都太单纯，反而会
It's all right. Okay. Let's introduce ourselves again.
Introduce ourselves again?
到渐渐像认输，看过负，忽然视线模糊，我的记忆里的温度，看你眼里的专注。
My name's Jin Liang.
追逐的幸福，
Hello.
只为你而出。
My name's Chinzhe. You can call me Chin.
Hello. Chinzhe.
Hello. 真凉。
Hey there, Shenyan. How long have you been here?
I just got here.
Oh, I'm so sorry if I fell asleep.
Stop drawing. I'll take you somewhere today.
Huh? Go where?
But you need a change of clothes.
All right. Take your time. Slowly. Okay, slowly. Be patient. It'll take some time. Good. Good. That's great. All right, slow down. Slowly.
Slowly. What a great view. Slowly.
So this is the place where you want to take me?
That's right. Isn't it beautiful? Wang, there is a lot of beauty in this world that actually came from nature. Look at those leaves over there. When the sun shines on them, they would produce different colors. The colors of both sides of the leaf change depending on the lighting from the sun. My father once worked with a jewelry designer, and that artist got his inspiration from insects, which made his creations adorable and fun. And as of this day, many UN ambassadors' wives are collecting them.
Sounds like an interesting concept.
Actually, Mother Nature has a perfect cutting proportion that our minds sometimes can't comprehend. I remember I once asked a jewelry appraiser on how to identify real diamonds from the fake ones. And he told me that if you've seen real diamonds 1,000 times, you'll remember what they look like naturally. So when you see a fake diamond in front of you, you would know that they're fake, even without the use of equipment.
That only means we're here so I could look at beautiful things, so I can tell what's beautiful without a doubt.
That's right. Do you remember the butterfly brooch? The one that you designed?
Mm-hmm.
I really think that one's really creative. Listen, I've been with you while you were doing your recent designs, and I saw a lot of improvement. So today, I took you out here, hoping to inspire you more.
Thank you. It was a really small seal hunting boat, she replied. And you know very well that if those men managed to escape, they just come back to look for it. You know what? They never managed to escape. I remained silent, still hesitating. Besides, she insistently said, "It's your idea after all. And I really want to see you succeed." But now, I can only harden my heart. Once she kept praising me for different aspects, generosity compelled me to deny her. I'd rather live in the island for years than to die tonight, or tomorrow, or the next day, in that small seal-hunting open boat. After a while, she burst out and said,
Hey,
"You want yogurt?"
I'll read it for you.
Oh, really? Here.
Okay. Oh, I beg you, Humphrey. I also slept for a while, but I kept on feeling the freezing pain. I was rubbing her hands and feet to keep the blood circulating. Still needs a few more seconds.
Smells good. I never asked you this, but when did you learn how to cook?
I stayed for a year in a small town in western Hunan. I met a girl there, and she told me that girls like boys who know how to cook. From then on, I started learning by myself.
Oh, I thought you studied in Le Cordon Bleu in France.
You're not paying attention, are you?
Sorry?
Aren't you even going to ask me about what kind of girl she was?
Oh, so tell me, what kind of girl was she?
Can you be a bit more sincere?
Mr. Chung, I'm sorry, but can you tell me what kind of girl was she? Let's see. Can you tell me what color were her eyes? What was her name? Was she beautiful? How old is she now?
Okay, I'll give her a call sometime and ask her out to dinner.
Just eat already.
Yummy. It's so good. You all right?
Who was she?
Who's who?
The girl.
Which girl?
The one you want to ask out to dinner.
Which one?
It must be nice to meet a girl in Western Hunan. Beautiful girl, great view. How romantic.
Still thinking about it? Okay, let me see. It was a small town. It was a rainy day. A stone road. Lan Chui restaurant. Jiao Jiao building. And there were so many beautiful girls.
Right. And they all fell in love with you.
But now, my heart belongs to Miss Jiang Sheng. What's wrong? Fishbone? Oh, goodness. Hold on. Here we go. Have some water. Here. Drink this. Come on, just drink this. It won't help. What should I do? I'm on it. It's in the kitchen. Hold on. Where can I find the vinegar? Is it in the cabinet? Huh? Can't find it. Where is it?
Upper cabinet.
Oh, okay. Left or right? Which cabinet?
The second one.
The second on the left. Yeah. Here, I found it. All right, wait a second. I got you the whole bottle. Here you go.
Gotcha. You know, Shenyan, I think I owe you big this time. If it weren't for all your help, I don't think I would be able to finish so much work in such a short time.
I can't take credit for that.
Put those over there.
This time, you used a butterfly as your main theme. Instead of traditional materials, you used jade on your jewelry. I really believe your exhibit will be amazing.
Well, among all insects, the life of a butterfly is the toughest. Just to turn into a butterfly, it has to endure severe pain to gain a beautiful new life. Although I know that diamonds are shimmering, I prefer the reserved luster that jade has.
You know, Wei Young, since you also went through a lot of difficulties, you certainly understand how hard it is to see the beauty of life.
Merci d'être venu. Sister, these are my classmates when I was studying in France. They came all the way here to see me.
Oh, bonjour.
Bonjour.
On va y aller en bas. À plus tard. Merci.
Okay.
À bientôt.
Sister, look around.
Hello, Miss Yang Wei-young. I'm from Designer of the Future magazine. Would you mind if I go look around your exhibit, then invite you over for a short interview?
Of course you can.
Thank you. Come. This way, please. Miss Wei-young, I'd really like to know, how did you come up with the theme of butterflies?
I really feel that butterflies not only have dazzling and beautiful looks, but they also have incredible vitality.
Oh.
And for me, I think it's amazing.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, is it okay if I take a picture of you and your exhibit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. Here. Okay, done.
Hello there.
Thank you.
Excuse me, may I talk to her?
You go ahead, Miss Wei-young. I'll just go around the exhibit myself.
Okay, see you later.
See you later.
Wei Young, I want you to meet someone. He is the design director of the Funka company, Mr. Johnny Wu.
Hello. Welcome to my design show.
So you're the designer.
Yes, sir. I'm Yang Wei-young.
Could you give me a tour and show me your designs?
It's my honor. This way, please. My jewelry designs are mainly made of jade, as well as other precious gemstones. I want to show the beauty of butterflies through different states. Look at this one. It's mostly made with agates. I want to express the passion and energy of a butterfly. For this one, it's mainly made of turquoise. I was hoping it can show the layering effect of a butterfly's flapping wings. Over here is the highlight of the entire show. For this design, I decided to use sapphire to create the dim light at night, so I can show the butterfly's flying posture in the dark. And this one,
Shenyan,
I chose a
thank you
small
so
ruby
much.
design.
If it weren't for your effort in accompanying Wei Yang these days, she wouldn't be able to get back on her feet so soon.
Don't thank me. She did all these by herself. In fact, I got a lot of inspiration from her amazing exhibit. Look at that. So unique.
C'est aussi? Wei-young? Au revoir.
Merci.
Merci à toi.
Merci beaucoup.
Salut.
Bye bye.
Wishing you a successful show, Liang Sheng.
I never expected that my little show would actually attract the attention of Funka's design director. I'm so flattered.
Jewelry design companies need great new ideas too. So it's not surprising for design directors to attend exhibits of new designers.
But I'm just an amateur designer. He's a friend of yours, isn't he?
He's the design director of our company.
You work for Funka Corporation? How come you never mentioned it before?
Well, you never asked. Anyway, Johnny Wu hopes you can join their team.
Me?
I promise I have nothing to do with it.
Can I do it?
Of course you can do it. Johnny Wu is very strict when it comes to work. But I'm sure you can learn a lot from him. Here, a toast to the success of my new partner.
Thank you.
About the garden renovation. I have already followed your idea and found a designer. If you want, I'll set a meeting so you can talk. Also, President Gao called to invite you to play golf, but I told him that you're not feeling well these days, and you'll just call him when you feel better.
But there's nothing wrong with my health. Oh. Please make some tea.
And you're saying you're fine. The medical report...
If I said I'm fine, okay? Besides, how will you know if the report is real? Can a piece of paper tell us what's real from what's not?
So you know about it.
What do I know? Tell me about it.
I also don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Chin, I know you're lying, right? And I don't understand. I mean, you and I have been friends for over 40 years now. And yet you actually connived with those children. Huh? In order to make a fool out of me. Huh?
That's exactly the reason why I really don't want to see you make a huge mistake. Please don't blame Tianyou for this, all right? It's my fault. Oh, by the way, Tianyou called. He and Jiang Sheng already moved to Water Island, and they invited you to stay with them too.
Where's my tea? So that's it. Not only did you lie to me, but you're also going to disobey my orders now, huh?
Sorry, I'm on it.
Tianyou, I spent most of my life taking good care of your grandfather. Also, I watched how you grew up to be a good man. But I noticed that you two haven't been talking to each other lately. How were you able to endure it?
How's Grandpa?
He's doing well. It's just... your grandpa is already getting old.
Okay, I will go visit him sometime.
Honestly, I think it's unnecessary to visit him. There's no need for that. I came here to bring you back home. Tianyou, if you insist on living on this island away from your grandpa, aren't you afraid you won't see him anymore?
What happened to Grandpa?
I'll be honest with you. Mr. Chung isn't very well. The medical report from a few weeks ago is worse than before. There were also problems in the company operations lately. Tianyou, come home with me.
What are you thinking?
Nothing.
Let's go to sleep.
I don't want Tianyou to have a hard time, so I've decided to return home with him. I really don't know if Grandpa would want to see me, but I'm willing to embrace the unknown, together with Tianyou. Grandpa, please enjoy the tea.
你悲喜的眉眼，决定我心里的季节。为你有的纷乱和惨烈，多美的诗篇。最孤独的少年，露出最幸福的欢颜，坚持要用一生的体贴，说一份感谢。我是火焰，烧去了冷冽，翻身打造温暖的世界。听你许的愿，帮你去实现，生生不息，只爱不眠。我是蓝天，驱散了云烟，只留晴空，吞染了风雪。让你闻花香，为你扫落叶，生生不息，比永远更永远。爱也许不是牵手带你到终点，而是该放手送你去转泪点。火焰烧去了冷冽，分身打造温暖的世界。听你许的愿，帮你去实现，生生不息，只爱不眠。我是蓝天，驱散了云烟，只留晴空，吞忍了风雪。让你闻花香，为你扫落叶，生 生生不息。